What if I told you your next video is already sitting on your laptop? It's not on your editing software, it's not on your camera roll, it's not on your drafts. It is already in your laptop. The content, all the things that you are required for making a video, for making a tech video to be specified, it's already sitting on your laptop. It's hidden in your GitHub repository. It is in your notes. It is in your months of learning. It is everywhere. And the funny thing is, most developers think that they don't have content, but in actual, they have content surrounded by them all the time. I used to think exact the same thing, that I need a more better equipment, I need a more better mic, I need a good setup for starting making videos. बट दिस वॉज नॉट द प्रॉब्लम। और यही चीज़ हम लोग रियलाइज़ नहीं करते हैं कि हमको और ज़्यादा नॉलेज और ज़्यादा इक्विपमेंट्स की ज़रूरत नहीं होती है, बल्कि वी शुड नो हाउ टू मेक दैट कंटेंट इन टू अ वीडियो, हाउ टू मेक दोज लर्निंग्स, हाउ टू मेक दोज bugs, issues, or those GitHub repository into a real video. You ever looked at your laptop and thought, यार मुझे कोई वीडियो ही नहीं मिल रही बनाने के लिए, किस टाइटल पे बनाऊँ, क्या क्या टेक वीडियो बनाऊँ, क्या लर्निंग सिखाऊँ? Then this video is all for you. Hey everyone, welcome back. So if you are thinking of starting a tech YouTube channel but somehow never got around it, so you are going to relate to this. From the last few weeks, I've been making videos about techs and all, but the one thing that makes me very curious and also very interesting at the same time is that somehow when people start a tech YouTube channel, they have a conversation around them. What microphone should I buy? Which is the best setup? Which is the best editor that I can use for editing my videos? But don't get me wrong, but I think this is not the main question that a person should have in his mind when he's starting a tech YouTube channel. But the main question should be, what are you actually making the content about? What is the thing that you have thought of that you can convert it into a content? Not because they have learned, they haven't learned enough, they haven't a good knowledge, but only because they don't know that they can turn any learning of theirs into the YouTube content. It is not about thinking creatively or thinking anything out of the box, but it's just that you can take anything from your learnings and convert them into videos. Think about it. If I ask you right now, can you make a YouTube video now? Can you turn any content of yours, can you turn any learning of yours into a content? Because once I started looking things differently, I saw that I wasn't running out of my ideas. It was just that I wasn't looking at the right places. So where are these right places? Let me explain you. They are on your laptop. They are on your mind. They are the knowledge that you have gained so far. So let me explain you more clearly. Suppose you have been learning Python from last 6 months. You have been making calculator, you have been writing many programs, you have been making palindromes, Fibonacci and all. It is not special for you anymore. But the main part is, maybe it is special for someone who is just starting up with those things. Maybe someone is opening Python for the first time. Maybe he has just clicked that Python icon for the first time. You solved that problems, you solved those bugs 3 months ago or 4 months ago, but someone around you, someone around your community is now struggling with the exact same problem now. So it can help. और हम इसी चीज़ को अंडर एस्टिमेट कर देते हैं, दैट समथिंग दैट इज़ फीलिंग वेरी बेसिक टू यू, but the main thing is that it's not basic for everyone around you. That's the biggest mindset shift in me. I'm not thinking about what should I make, what is the next video content of mine, but rather I'm making videos on everything that I have learned, that I have gained. And for tech videos, it is not something about teaching something revolutionary or explaining something that can change the world. It's about teaching about simple things that can even grow someone with starting with the basics. Here's something that completely changed the way I look at the content. Rather than opening YouTube, open your GitHub. Yeah, seriously, open your GitHub and see all the things that you have made. See all the repositories that you have created till now. It could be just simple repository for someone else, but look at that repository carefully and you can find your different projects. Now, every project is acting as a different content for you. For example, there is a content around JWT authentication, around how do I develop this backend architecture, how I have connected that PostgreSQL, how I have connected GitHub to this Python setup. There are many content available if you look at these repositories. There are many stories in that. That is an entire series that you can build. And that's when I also realized that I have been not running out of ideas, but it was just that I have content around me, but I was not making anything. And if you look at this the same way that I'm looking now, you probably have many content ideas. And once you start looking the way I'm looking now, then you can find that you have many content around you that you can convert it. That you can convert your projects into many big videos or tutorials, anything that you want, and get started with building your tech YouTube channel. Okay, so now you have realized that I do have a content right now, but another question arises, that is, what kind of videos should I make? Okay, so from the thing I can see that there are three main ways. First one is the versatile thing, that is teaching. Suppose you know Docker, Playwright, or any other technology, and now you can convert that into content. You can teach them, and you can teach in a way like it will help your younger self. Okay, so the next way is that you can build in public. Suppose you are building a project, suppose you are making an app where people can upload their documents and keep that in the vault. So now you can build that in public. You can create a tech channel, you can do a live stream where you can convert those things into your real app, and while debugging, while correcting your errors with public. And now there's the third option, which is my favorite one, which is a figuring out session. Here you can trial and test a new technology with public. For example, you haven't used like Superbase before, so you can, what you can do is make a video, make a figuring out session by opening Superbase and exploring with for the first time, and you can upload that. Simple. You can also make videos of exploring different things, like it will help for someone who will be exploring that technology after some time. And I think these three ways should be perfect for someone who is starting up his tech YouTube channel and can start to make tech content. Okay, so at this point, you might be thinking that I have the idea, I have the content, I have my GitHub repositories and learnings, but the main thing, what actually I need to start? Okay, so let me answer this. You actually need very less than you think. If you have a phone, if you have a laptop, you're pretty good to start. Your phone for recording, I think you can record yourself from your phone, and the laptop. I'm getting with laptop because you need a laptop to share your screen recording and everything else. For tech, it's compulsory to have a laptop. And if you have something valuable to explain, I think that is more than enough to getting started up. Now, the thing is, if you have been watching videos from a long time, you haven't watched them because of the lighting is clear or the microphone is very clear. You haven't been watching those videos because of these clarity things. You have watched them because they have explained you in a very clear way. और वही चीज़ मैटर करती है. You will not remember the clarity, you will not remember the lighting, you will not remember the effects. You will remember the knowledge, and that only goes for you. That if you have start making the videos, eventually the editing, eventually the lighting will become better over time. Start with what you have, improve as you go, and consistently it will improve over time. So none of things happen before your first upload. So get up, Search your repositories, search your GitHub, search your learning, search your brain, and start to upload your first video, because no time is perfect. Just start now. Now let's say you have decided what you want to make for the first video. I generally don't want to overcomplicate it, but I'll ask you, what is the first video that you will be making? Okay, so let me tell you. Suppose you have been doing something for last week, and here's the video. Here's your first video. You can just simply make a video on what was the thing that you have been doing last week. Suppose you have been learning Docker from last week, and now here's one video. You can make a video on Docker, what you have learned, what are the mistakes that you have did. And yes, now again, you have been learning about authentication last week. Now here's another video. You can put this about your learnings of authentication, about your mistakes, about debuggings and all. And here's another video. So here's, you can make a complete series of around it. You can discover your GitHub repositories and make content around it. So instead of asking what should be the first video, ask yourself what I have learned last week, what I have learned last month, what is the best topic that I know. And yes, here's your video. You can explain that, you can build that, you can make tips around it, and you get your first video. Rather than thinking about the titles, rather than thinking about the thumbnails, you can just go towards your learnings, you can go towards your knowledge and make that video. So honestly, that's how I look at this. Now, you don't need a perfect title, perfect video content for this. You only need your knowledge, you only need your projects for building a tech content on YouTube. Hopefully after watching this video, you will be opening your laptop, you will be seeing your codes, and more than just codes, you will be seeing many ideas around it. Whether what could you make around that code, what is the idea that you have been thinking. If you have been thinking about starting a tech YouTube channel, then I would love to know that what is your first video about, what is the name of that first video. Put that in the comments and I genuinely read them all. And if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, because we'll be making more videos on figure outs, and there will be many learnings that I'll be sharing with you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.